Retirement isn't just leaving a job, it's retiring towards something. My name is John Burns, and I am Vice President Financial Consultant at Fidelity Investments. I encourage people to be creative when they're in the office with me. A lot of people will get to retirement to a point in their life where they don't really know what to do with their resources. And so we start brainstorming. If you could do anything you wanted to do, what would that be? The creativity that I bring into my work and into my life has been there since I was a child. I paint and draw, I play music, write music. Sometimes people look at me strange when I relate that to planning. But if you sit down with me, you might have a very different experience than you would with another planner. And I bring a different flavor to this, and I want that to be the same for my work. What do you want to accomplish? What you decide to do 10, 15, 20 years from now informs me greatly as to where we need to start. People are living much longer in retirement than they used to. If you retire at 60 years old and you're married, there's a chance that either you or your spouse is going to live to be 90. And so we really need to search for ways to protect assets, to protect income, and make sure that there's longevity, there's flexibility. What does that take from a monthly income standpoint to make that happen? Once we get to that number, then we can take a step back. How much do you have saved now? How much do you need to start saving? What kind of rate of return do we need? Fidelity believes that really you've got to have your essential, non-negotiable expenses covered by guaranteed income sources. We generally believe that a client's day-to-day expenses in retirement should be covered by predictable sources of income like pensions, Social Security benefits, or guaranteed income annuities. And then we use more variable sources to cover your vacation costs, discretionary spending, and things like that. Part of the financial planning process is being able to cover very specific areas like Medicare or estate planning or taxes. And Fidelity has quite a deep resource in our Medicare specialist team that can help with transitioning from pre-Medicare age to Medicare age. So they know they're not just getting me as a planner, they're actually getting a whole team that can help you put together a very comprehensive plan. What a person thinks they're going to do in 5 to 10 years ultimately will change in 5 to 10 years. And what they end up wanting to do and accomplish is going to be very different than the initial discussion we had a decade ago. We've got to be able to put a plan together to say, this plan could weather multiple seasons of your life. When someone comes into my office, I've got raw building blocks. And when they come in to talk with me, my job, I feel like, is really helping to define what they are doing in the world and how their money supports that.